Okay, let's get a focus, and yes, I do remember how to operate my camera. I think this is the longest break I've taken from woodworking for mere mortals in a few years at least. Almost 2 weeks since I've shot a mere minutes, but I've had sort of a working vacation. I'm really energized and exhausted at the same time. I spent time down in LA at the VidCon. VidCon is an enormous event. 18,000 people attend, and it's all about online video, and it's for both creators and viewers. For the creators, if you do the industry track, which I highly recommend if you're really serious about making YouTube videos and maybe want to make a career out of it, attend, and you'll meet all kinds of people. It inspired me to really ramp up woodworking for mere mortals, take it to the next level, and see how I can expand all of this and reach more people. I was thrilled to meet people like Michael Stevens from Vsauce, and Henry Reich, and Hank Green, and Emily Grassley, and these are some of the people that I watch a lot of and kind of learn a lot from them, and sit in on panel discussions about different topics regarding online video, how to make better videos, how to better promote them, and all sorts of things. And I was thrilled to sit in on a DIY panel myself, which was really exciting. I was the only guy on this panel. There were 5 ladies and me, and they sat me next to Bethany Moda, who has probably 8 million YouTube subscribers. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with this picture here? I mean, she's beautiful, and I kept looking at her and thinking, wow, her skin is just gorgeous. They had to have sat me right next to her just to enhance her beauty all the more. It was really good, and I think the audience got a lot out of it. How to produce DIY content, educational content on YouTube, which I think is really important. These are videos that people are always going to find. They call it evergreen content. So they're not, you know, if I shoot a project today, in a couple of years, it's still going to be relevant. So that's good for a lot of things, and especially for monetizing. One of the keynote addresses by John Green, and he was talking about how kids in this generation aren't really interested in content provided for them. They're creating their own content, and because there's been kind of a lack of content created for children other than just a few channels, Nickelodeon maybe, Cartoon Network, and it's pretty limited. But the kids are able to just create their own content, have their own celebrities, their own stars. So it's really, I think that's a totally cool thing. My favorite quote from John Green was the way he left his keynote address by saying, worry less about how many people watch what you do, but worry more about how many people love what you do. I especially want to give a special shout out to all of you who came up and introduced yourselves to me at VidCon. That was really heartening to know that many of you recognize me, really, because I am not that level of YouTuber like a lot of these people were there. So thank you all. You know who you are, and it was really a pleasure meeting all of you. So after getting back from VidCon, I thought I was gonna just jump right back into my work, but I think I had to decompress or something. And we went to the 4th of July parade local here, and then yesterday we went to the Marin County Fair, which we go to every year. Usually I enter something. I was hoping to enter the chair this year, but I didn't enter a chair this year. I just didn't have time. But you know what? You know who we saw last night? We saw Night Ranger. I know most of you are going, huh? Who? What? They were a band that had a short-lived popularity back in the early 80s, playing this kind of, I think it's very generic sounding music. That's probably why they had a short-lived career. But their biggest song was Sister Christian, and probably some of you will remember that. But I didn't know until last night that Night Ranger is a local band. This is probably why they play at the fair. They're from San Rafael, which is where the fair is, and the video to Sister Christian was shot at San Rafael High School, which is, San Rafael High School is also known for one other thing, the home of 420. But it was okay. It's not really my kind of music, you know. I think those were their 3 songs, but they waited until the very end to play those, of course. So you kind of had to sit through an hour and a half of like, I don't know, this sounds like kind of generic 70s rock. Oh, check this out. It's a postcard sent to me by Wayne White, he's a card modeler, and so this is one of those where you can cut it out and you can build your own little TARDIS. It's a postcard. He wrote me a note on the back of it. He says that woodworking is his second hobby after card modeling. That was really cool, and it really, again, I have so many people asking me to build a TARDIS. I'm gonna make a TARDIS. I just don't know if it's gonna be a really big TARDIS or a small TARDIS, but I am going to make a TARDIS. And chess pieces. No, I will make a TARDIS, I hope, I think. Don't tell me you love me. And speaking about things from the 70s, check this out from Dale Gom sent me this magazine. This is an old woodworking magazine from the 70s. Check out those bell bottoms, huh? Well, look at that stereo system. Hi-fi. It's probably in 2-channel stereo too. Your motor red. I love looking through these because, well, they're funny, but actually they have some interesting ideas for projects that they look dated, but it's very easy to change these around and make something new out of it. No Night Ranger in here. A guy on Twitter last night told me that he always thought that that part where it says your motor ran, and he always thought it was motor ran, nachos, beans, and rice. See, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you're missing out. There's a guy walking by. Those of you following me on Twitter and Facebook will have seen this already, a digital version. This is the hard copy version by Jack Wagner. Jack Wagner is in the 8th grade and he wrote this story and he illustrated it. The illustrations are incredible, really. I mean, they're looks like they're just pencil sketches, you know? Look at that. It's a story about the 3 curious woodworkers in the big powerful table saw. It's like the 3 little pigs kind of thing. And I'm not gonna show you the ending. The ending, I don't wanna give any spoilers out. But anyways, there's a link and you can download it and read the PDF version. And it's very, very clever. Thank you, Jack. That was really cool. It's kind of going viral on Facebook. What else do I wanna talk about? Cool project coming up this Friday, I think. I still have to design it. I was going to design it earlier, but I didn't. Everything I was going to do, I didn't. And I think it's gonna be a limited tools project because it's been a while since I've done one of those. So get out your circular saw or jigsaw and I think we may be able to make a project together. Well, not really together, I'll make it and you can watch. And then maybe you can make your own. See you guys later.